Watch who?
Hello.
And welcome to Watch Who, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm a Doctor Who fan.
And I'm new to watching Who.
Watching for the very first time.
Very first time.
And here we are. We've just seen Tallulah's show at the theatre. We're just hanging out backstage. We're going to go for post-show drinks with her afterwards.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, can't wait. Her and, what's his name?
Laszlo. Yeah, we're just waiting for Tallulah and Laszlo and then we're going out. But while we're waiting, we might as well do our Doctor Who podcast about Daleks in Manhattan and evolution of the Daleks.
Why not?
Why not? Yes. We are recording, it's February already.
I know. Actually, I'm glad it's February because January felt like 60, 70 days.
January was tough, yeah. So well done, everybody. We've all got through January.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only upward from here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What have I got to update on? Well, from last week when we talked about gridlock, I am now 1 week into taking biotin for my hair, as recommended by Sarah last time.
How you find it? Well, it's a slow process.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to, yours is, it's hair growth, isn't it? Hair doesn't just, grow overnight, but it doesn't grow quickly overnight.
Okay, well, I'm taking that, so let's see what happens, shall we? I'm getting my hair cut in a couple of days, actually, so there's a good sign. I don't really have anything else to add from last week, apart from, let's just do the clothes watch right now. The Doctor is wearing his blue suit in these episodes. We are 100% on that this time, so no confusion that we've had for the last couple of weeks.
Okay, sorry, one sec. Mark, I'm really sorry. I have to try and call a PCSO a minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
Smell that Atlantic breeze!
Always wanted to go to New York.
Men going missing. They vanish into thin air.
Who are we working for?
Behold your masters. They always survive.
It's inside! It's in here!
The final experiment will begin!
Doctor Who, Saturday at 6:35 on BBC One.
Yeah, so he's definitely in the blue suit. I'm just going to say that.
Still in the blue suit.
100%. In the blue suit this time.
Oh, he's in the blue suit. He's been in the brown suit because I argued last night that I thought he was, but yes.
And it's a two-parter. It's the Daleks, but also written by Helen Rayner. I didn't realise this, actually. The first woman to write for New Who.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The first woman to write a Dalek story.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Cheers, Terry. So she's also been script editor on these since New Who came back, and she wrote a Torchwood as well. She wrote The Ghost Machine, which was really early. You know when Gwen found that thing that she could see the future and the past or whatever?
Yeah,
and they went under the tunnel. Yeah. So she wrote that. So I didn't realise that, and I did also say last week that I wasn't sure about this one, and it's not one that I would normally go to, and I was sort of dreading it a little bit. How did you watch this?
I watched it all last night.
I watched it all last night as well. I did leave it right up to the last minute.
Yeah.
Both of them. I was going to space them out, but it just didn't happen. And not as bad as I thought, actually.
Yeah. I think I feel the same. I wasn't dreading it, but I wasn't... I think it's because it was two parts more than anything. It was not that I was dreading a story, but I was thinking, oh, God, it's two to have to fit together. That's twice as much time to find.
You don't like a long story, do you?
No, I struggle. So
long gone are those days, those 6-parters.
Exactly. I struggle. So, I was thinking, well, I'll try and do one night, try and do the other, split it that way. It didn't work out that way. We'd already pushed recording because of it. So I was like, I have to just do it. So I wasn't looking forward to it myself, mainly because I knew it meant having to do a big double whammy of recording.
Well, so we're in New York, 1930s, straight after New York, which Martha does mention as well.
Yeah.
There they are. They're not actually really in New York because the shots of them looking up at the Statue of Liberty are obviously very separate. Oh no, it's sort of like, it's very quite green screening actually when they're looking over the site. it's in the time when the Empire State Building is being built.
Mm-hmm.
So that's quite interesting, an interesting setting. And there's like the whole Hooverville thing that's going on. So it's a part of history that I don't really know anything about, but it's obviously based on what was happening at the time. And obviously they're not in Hooverville, they're in Butte Park in Cardiff, which is really obvious.
Oh, it's so obvious. So we were watching it, and I went, that's Butte Park. And she was like, that is 100% Butte Park. That is so Butte Park. And then he was looking up on Doctor Who locations, and he was like, they went to New York. He went, I was like, that was not filmed in New York. That was Butte Park. And then he was like, no, it says New York here. And I went, that is Butte. I'm telling you, that is Butte Park. And then later, they were like, I was like, that's Butte Park. And then he found an article about it, and he was like, oh no, it says that David Tennant said that, like, everyone else went to New York but him and stuff. And he went, but everything else was filmed in Butte Park. And I was like, yeah, I'm telling you now, I know my Butte Park. That is Butte Park.
So what they did, they filmed literally like the scenery from New York and then green screened it in to sort of the background of Butte Park. But no, 100%, when the Doctor and Martha are walking along past that bench.
Oh, yeah, that bench,
I'm like,
the trees are Butte Park trees.
The trees, I can absolutely recognise from the trees.
I can even think exactly where in the park it is.
Yeah, we've run round that park. I swear we used to go for a few jogs around that park.
Yeah.
We have jogged around that park. So, yeah, I knew.
Yeah, we've looked at squirrels there, Mark.
We've what?
Looked at squirrels.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We saw squirrels in that park. The characters we've got this time, I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go all over the place, everyone, on the story here, because there's quite a bit to talk about. Let's talk about the theatre setting to begin with, because we see Tallulah, our side character of the week. We're back to like some really good proper. That's what you get in a two-parter. You get a bit more time with these side characters.
That's true, yeah.
And Tallulah's great, I think.
Yeah, she plays it really well. There's a lot to take in this, actually. So yeah, we'll get into this.
So the actress actually that plays Tallulah went on to do Doctor Who audios. And she plays a companion with Colin Baker. She's been doing tons of audios.
Oh, really?
So I know her quite well as Constance Clark, companion to the Sixth Doctor, so, on audio.
Of course you do.
But this is her first sort of thing with Doctor Who. And she's playing that typical, almost stereotypical character from that time. And pre-titles, she's with Laszlo, and then Laszlo gets got by something.
Gets got.
Do we see that it's a pig straight away?
Yes, yeah. It runs to the camera.
Yeah. So the pig thing, I mean, we've had space pigs before. They like making a pig mask, don't they?
I think it's because it's quite an easy thing to make, and can look a bit gory.
The pig slaves are my least favourite thing of this story.
Yeah, but I get they're so primitive. Like, it's this idea, isn't it, of like a pig. You know, we talk about pig hearts, all that stuff. It's a pig, and they've like mutated with it. It kind of blends into what's to come later.
It's a little bit bizarre. I think it is just because they can make some good masks of it. Like, the Daleks would not do that. They've had Robo-Men before. They put like a thing on your head, don't they? And we've had that in like the 60s and that. They have Robo-Men and like can hypnotise people and do all sorts of other things. I don't think they need to make pig people. I think it's there as another monster of something to creep out in the dark in the pre-title sequence. And for Laszlo to be half whatever it is. I suppose he could have been half Robo-Man or something, but it's not as interesting.
They need something to do their bidding.
Yeah, no, but you just have Robo-Men. You just turn them into like zombie people. But we have zombie people later, so maybe that's the thinking. I don't know. It's just weird. I just think the pig thing is weird. And also, while we're on the subject of the pig thing, so poor old Laszlo is like half pig, half human throughout this. I mean, poor guy. That's the actor. So he was known at the time. He was in Desperate Housewives. I don't know what else he's gone on to do.
But Laszlo? Oh.
That's where he's from. So he was in, he's, Bree's son, his boyfriend.
I remember Bree's son. I'm trying to remember when the boyfriend comes in.
So maybe like, I don't know, second, third series, a bit later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's that actor. I do have a pig Laszlo figure.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to say, everybody, the pig Laszlo figure was always in the bargain bin.
Oh.
Any shop, even today, it would be in a bargain bin. I got this for $2.99. Wherever you go, you know, they were used to all be in Toys R Us, you know, all these figures and everything. You'd always have tons of Pig Laszlo. I swear it's like the least, and it like in Forbidden Planet and stuff, always in the bargain bin. Whenever it used to go to Forbidden Planet, all the figures would run out and they just had tons of Pig Laszlo. It's always Pig Laszlo, I swear.
That's kind of sad, poor Pig Laszlo.
So yeah, I got him. I only got him because he was $2.99. Yeah, so that's quite interesting that, you know, that starts off, he gets got, the pig slave thing. Martha and the doctor land in New York. There's no mention about her going home or any more trips or anything. I thought there was going to be something, but there they are, blue suit. She's still in that outfit. She's had another horse wash probably.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
You've taken that phrase and run with it, and I'm so pleased.
I can't stop saying it. Anyway, she's had some kind of wash in the TARDIS. Maybe she put her clothes in a machine, because we haven't gone directly on, so you could fit some stories in before this at this time. But then she's going to be in those clothes that whole time from that party, from part one. She needs a bit of change of clothes. The doctor's changed his clothes more than the companion this time.
I know. I was going to say maybe they've been in a tumble dryer or something. Maybe they've had a wash.
Yeah, had a wash, but she's insisting
She just
on that
hasn't
Reggie.
had chance to discover maybe like the laundry rooms before the TARDIS dressing room.
Yeah, maybe she's like, oh, well, I mean, we did theorise she had a wash after Shakespeare's time, which she would have needed. And then after Gridlock being in that car for 10 hours or whatever we said. So she's had some...
Here's a thought. Maybe she washed her clothes in that car. I mean, all those people must wash their clothes.
She was not. She was held hostage. She did not take her clothes off in
Not
Gridlock.
badly. I mean, like, they were pretty nice. They must wash their clothes. How did they wash their clothes?
Martha did not take all her clothes off in that car during Gridlock.
She was just sat there looking bored at one point. They might have been like, look, we're really sorry. We've like taken you hostage. Are you okay? Do you want to have a wash? Do you want to because she was eating a biscuit. She ate that redigested food and stuff. So she was pretty chill. Just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Do you need to wash your clothes? Gone, actually, I feel a bit smelly. Do you mind if I wash my clothes? Yeah, no worries. There's a bucket, tumble dryer system. Off you go. Maybe, do you have these in the men's? You must have. If you've ever been swimming and there's those machines, you put your swimming costume in and then you shut the lid and it like spins it really fast and gets all the water out your swimming costume.
I have never seen one of those.
Ah, yeah, they're like so cool. So you get all the chlorine out of you wash it and then you put it in the like dryer thing and then you push the lid down on the dryer and it spins really, really fast. And it's got you put it in the basket inside, but all the water, because it's spinning so fast, spins it moves it really fast and gets rid of all the moisture from your stuff.
Oh my God. I mean, they definitely had them in the Gridlock cars, those things.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something like that on the TARDIS. Anyway, the Doctor and Martha come out very fresh in New York, ready to see history. And Martha's like, oh, wow, history. But I'm like, you've seen Shakespeare time. And then, meanwhile, the Daleks show up quite early on the Empire State Building. They are overseeing the building. We see that very, very early on already. I suppose because Daleks is in the title, really. This is where I was like, okay, am I going to enjoy this? Because we're not fond of Daleks particularly. We've not seen them for a while. They haven't been overdone.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh God, I just don't want to see loads of Daleks talking. And to be fair, we didn't really have that. And there's only 4 Daleks maximum, who it turns out have come from Doomsday, the end of Series 2. They shifted out of there. They're the ones that escaped, basically. The only 4 that escaped. So that's nice that that's carried on. A little bit annoying that the Doctor's when he realises it's the Daleks, he's super, okay, he would be angry because it's the Daleks, but I feel like there's that extra edge because he's like, you took Rose away from me. I know he didn't say that, but I can just feel it in his performance that he's extra angry that it's the Daleks, and he hates them even more because of Rose, of course. Can't get away from Rose.
See, actually, I think that's a class. He was as angry as he is whenever it is the Daleks. So I didn't feel that. I was annoyed when Martha brought up.
Okay, we're definitely going all over the place here. Yeah, so that's when she's chatting to Tallulah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, can we just go an episode where we don't bring up this woman?
I know that was a little bit disappointing, only because as well, like Martha's great in this story. She's getting, she's doing loads of stuff. She's with Tallulah and Andrew Garfield. I've forgotten his actual name.
Yeah,
We'll just call him Andrew Garfield.
he is Andrew Garfield. I was absolutely flabbergasted to see Andrew. I spotted him straight away. I was like, that's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, a very early role before he went to America, basically.
Yeah.
But when Martha and Tallulah are chatting and she brings up Rose and everything, I was like, oh, this is just like, I just want her to enjoy what's going on. I want her to be out in New York, defeating the Daleks. I don't want her to be like pining after the Doctor this early on and just being upset about Rose. Although it is a valid point, because the Doctor is a little bit always, it's like that when she says, oh, he's just seeing Rose, basically. I mean, it's the arc of the series, isn't it? So it is going to come up again and again. And it's a two-parter as well, so there's time for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's because we've had it so much already. If we didn't have anything like the last two episodes, and then it came up.
What's annoying about this, right? Because, I mean, he is a story editor on this. This is where I feel like someone's wrote the story, and then this is where Russell T Davies has added this detail, and we've got to be reminded of the story arc of Rose.
Well, I don't know, because Helen Rayner, who wrote it, is also the script editor of this series.
Okay. But
then I'm sure Russell Davies has input in, they've decided this is Martha's character, this is her story arc throughout. You've got to put something in.
I was just like, God, love, give it a rest. You're getting complimented that that you and this guy seem to be together or whatever. Just enjoy that moment. Why are you talking to this complete stranger about his ex?
Yeah, it's just on and on. I'm just like, just get on with it, enjoy it. Back to part one. We have I can't remember the character's name. Hold on, I can't keep calling him Andrew Garfield.
Well, he is Andrew Garfield, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, Frank. It's Frank is his name. So we meet Frank and we meet
terrible,
Solomon.
Bless him. Terrible accent.
It's not.
Oh, it is. We were talking about it. It was all over the place.
They're all quite. I mean, even Tallulah, they've got they've really gone for it, haven't they? But they're supposed to be like that.
Like real. It's we were like, where's he trying to come from? At least Tallulah's I was like, she is like a New York broad, right? I was like Andrew's, bless him, couldn't work it out. I mimicked it myself. I can't do it now.
But so we meet Frank and Solomon in Hooverville,
yes,
i.e. Butte Park, and then the whole story is there's been the Wall Street crash thing, and they need work, so volunteers are going missing, obviously being turned into pig slaves is the mystery.
Yeah.
So the Doctor, Solomon, Frank and Martha go down into the sewers. And I think actually this works really well. I just remember this being quite boring when I first watched it, but actually it works really well. The sewers look great. Yeah, they're investigating. They're not sure why they're down there. That's where we meet more pig slaves, Daleks. It's and this is where, for some reason, the hatch goes up into the theatre, so that's how we know. That's where they first meet Laszlo. Oh no, they don't meet Laszlo, isn't it? It's that pig in the corner.
Yeah,
It's not Laszlo. It's
not yet, not
just
initially.
pig.
Yeah,
yeah.
Later, they meet Laszlo because he's on stage watching them. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's it. When when he's watching it, so Tallulah goes out, does a lovely song. We've got some original song from here. Oh, actually, the whole thing, until I looked it up, I thought that was the new theatre in Cardiff.
Oh no, I knew that wasn't the new.
Charles Dickens.
No, I knew.
Did you not? I mean, it looked like it. So that
I
is
actually thought it was one in Monmouthshire. It's Park and Dare.
Park and Dare, yeah.
In Trilk.
Oh, and
which has been done up. So I don't know if it'll look like that as much anymore.
I didn't realise. I just thought it was the Charles Dickens Theatre, but it's a different one. And then behind the scenes as well is Headland School in Penarth, apparently.
Oh.
So yeah, I just thought that was backstage at New Theatre.
No,
in my mind, I was like, Sarah's been on that stage, but no. Or have you been on that stage?
Park and Dare? No. I know the Park and Dare, not been on the stage.
Okay.
I've been to shows at the Park and Dare.
So Tallulah's doing her song.
Yeah.
And then Martha sees Laszlo, right?
Oh, it's so awkward, isn't it? She's like running. I'm like, what are you doing, love?
There is a curtain you can go behind
I know.
and round. And she does it. It's so awkward, isn't it? I was
so
like, why,
awkward.
Martha, why are you walking on the middle of the... And she's like trying to hide. I'm like, you're on the middle of the stage.
I
What are you
know.
doing
I know.
to get across to Laszlo, who you could just walk round and see? Okay, that is not Martha's finest moment there. And then, yeah, it turns out, yeah, that's Laszlo. The Daleks in the sewers look really good. So when their Daleks are down there and then like the Doctor and Tallulah are hiding from them and stuff, it feels very 1960s. That I feel like that could be like Ian and Barbara hiding. Do you know what I mean? It's got that feel to it because it's those sort of darkened sort of corridors. I really like that when they're down there. And again, not too much Dalek. Just enough Dalek to keep the story going.
By that point. Yeah. Can we talk about the sewer label thing? It reminded me of like a custard cream.
Oh, the sewer covering in the dressing room.
That's just randomly in the dressing room. Like, what is it dressing room that has a sewer coverage in?
It's so Laszlo could be captured and took down it. Yeah, that is a bit odd that there's a sewer opening.
Just in the middle of the dressing rooms.
Just right there, in the middle of the dressing rooms, yeah. What else? Oh, well, actually, no, here I wrote as well, Laszlo and Tallulah. We haven't had a couple of the series yet.
No, we've not.
A couple of New Who, they're going down on the list. So our new couple... I mean, I don't think... They're obviously not an Altos and Sabitha.
Oh, God, no.
But, you know, they're quite...
Although I sort of laughed to myself, like, how he's like, don't come near me and all this. And she's like, who are you? And I was thinking, if you don't recognise his voice, love, like...
Because, yeah, I was thinking that as well. I was like, one, you can sort of see his silhouette. You can recognise his voice. And, okay, he's like half pig, but he still looks recognisable. He doesn't look 100% different.
No. Even if, like, he's in the dark, you should be able to be like, is that you speaking? Like, the person that I'm apparently going to meet his mother, and, like, I'm in love with, and I've been, like, pining for and crying about. I should be able to recognise his voice.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw him, I think I'd be like, you're the guy from Desperate Housewives. I think I could, even with all that pig transformation, the Daleks can't take that away from him, that he's been in Desperate Housewives. So I like how we've got this little gang builds up. So you've got Frank, you've got Solomon, Tallulah, and Laszlo with the Doctor and Martha. I think we've missed that, actually, for quite a few episodes. I can't really think the last time we had a good gang of people. And, well, I mean, first off, I thought Frank had got killed, actually, when he got took by the pig people straight away when they're down there. I thought that was the last we see of him. And I was like, wow, Andrew Garfield didn't do very much at all. I didn't realise he comes back later on in part 2. But just skipping right ahead, I mean, Solomon does quite a lot, but then he's the first one. He gets killed. That's quite a shock.
Yeah.
Actually, I've definitely skipped all over the place. We should really talk about, then, the Daleks' plan and the guy who is in charge. He gets taken down to the Dalek basement. Always got Daleks in the basement. And then this whole idea is that they're combining humans and Daleks to make this hybrid. And it's a little bit of a shame because that cliffhanger with the human Dalek face is quite cool. But the problem was it was on the front of the Radio Times that week to advertise the story. So it wasn't a shock on TV. I don't think it was in the trailer last week.
No, it wasn't.
So I remember him being on the front of the Radio Times that week. What are your thoughts then?
Well, let's be honest. What's your alternative? It's a fucking pig, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Or a Dalek, I guess.
Or a Dalek again, yeah. What are your thoughts on Dalek Sec, the hybrid?
Well, I remember seeing it and being like, I can understand why fans don't like this. Because surely this goes against what Daleks are, and fans are quite purist.
I mean, I was more talking just like the look of it, just the design and stuff. I mean, not even in the story. But...
I mean, it's fine. It's very of its time too, like 20 years ago.
So I had the mask of it for a long time. I mean, at the end of the day, it's dickhead, isn't it? That's all it... I wish I kept that mask. If I still have that mask, I would be wearing it right now.
Yeah, of course you would. It's a very I can't work out what it is I don't like about it.
I mean, I'll give it's an original idea. It's doing something different with the Daleks. We always complain, the Daleks, they just turn up, they're the Daleks. What are they going to do new this time? What is going to be different? I like that they are trying something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the time, this story, fans really did not like the story. They really were horrible to, well, not to her directly, but on like forums and stuff, very horrible about Helen Rayner, the writer, about how terrible it was, and they did not like it. So yeah, it didn't go down well. I don't know if that's just Dalek Sec. I mean, this time around though, I think it is a good idea. I think that why not try do something like that? We've seen like the inside of the Dalek before. We've established that. I mean, we've got Davros. You know, this is like, it's not like new Davros, but the thing is though, what adds to it is the character of it, because
the
it's got the emotion.
Great. I mean, I'm looking at your head now on that. I'll tell you what, I think it's I think it's a mix of the voice. The voice feels so different because we have heard Dalek speak before when it's opened up and Rose had that conversation with one. I really like the idea of it. And like I said, it didn't surprise me. As soon as I saw it, I said, this is like, before we even go any further, I can imagine why fans did not like this because they're purists and they don't like the idea of like, why would the Daleks want to turn themselves human? They hate humans. It goes against everything. Like, no Dalek's going to think that way. So why are they going to do it? There is just something about that design. I don't know what it is. I think it's the chin. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what it is. I'm not a fan.
And it's weird that he's in that suit the whole time as well, which doesn't really help, I suppose.
No, it doesn't. It just doesn't seem like when we had the one in series 1, that one Dalek?
Yeah.
And it opened up and it was really vulnerable and it did sort of speak, didn't it? And it was kind of like kind of wheezy almost, wasn't it?
Well, the story is, I mean, it's
bear
Dalek.
in mind, they are former humans, aren't they? That's I mean, like, but aren't they? I thought that, like, if we go way, way back into the history of Dalek,
well, like,
they've had everything removed.
I mean, yeah, Davros grew them, I think, eventually, or did something. Yeah, like evolved into it. It's Dalek Sec, and that's another thing. It's the first time Daleks have had names.
Oh, tell me about it. Dalek Khan. I don't know why that made me giggle so much, but it did.
So this is Dalek Sec who decides to be turned into the half-human thing. But then it does show that it doesn't work because he's got these emotions. He spares the Doctor. And then I love that bit with the two Daleks bitching about him in the sewer. You know, he's like, what do you think of Dalek Sec? And it looks round to see if anyone's listening. And they're like, no, those two, they start talking behind his back, the pure Daleks. And that's what Daleks are all about. They want to purify their race. You know, that's how they started off in the 60s. But then this shows how it doesn't work. And this is like, whatever happened to Dalek Sec, he's trying this out. And it doesn't work eventually. And I mean, what happens to him? They chain him up and do they kill him? Do we see him dead?
Yeah.
Completely. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
He gets killed.
He jumps in front of the thing, doesn't he? Because they're about to exterminate and he jumps.
It's giving the sort of, it's like a Dalek with emotion again, but in a different way. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's something to do with that idea, but also the design is very, I mean, I can't believe they gave that as a toy for kids. This face with like 6 dicks sticking out of it. I mean,
it just look like it's got like 8 dicks coming off the back of it. So.
I know. I cannot, because I think on the mask you could unscrew them as well. I mean, it's a great cliffhanger. It's a good design. It's something different. Yeah, maybe it doesn't work. In terms of like what happens with the story, then going into part 2. I actually really enjoyed part 1, and I don't think I minded it at the time. And as we go into part 2, I love all the stuff with Martha and Frank and Tallulah. They're at the top of the Empire State Building. They've got the pig slaves attacking and everything. Got all that going on. Love all of that. Actually, talking about the Empire State Building, they try and do, I mean, those builders have got to go right to the top, and the Daleks are making them go right to the top to put the Dalekanium on. I mean, oh my God, if you don't like heights, this is not a story for you. It reminds me of that, that famous photo, isn't it? The builders at work over New York.
Oh yeah, on the scaffolding bar.
Up at that really famous photo. Oh my God. I mean, I cannot believe you would sit there and have lunch up there.
So
that was me, and I had lunch and I fell off.
I've got a fact for you.
Oh yeah.
So the guys that go up on the roof, the bald guy
in that photo. Oh, or in Doctor Who.
In Doctor Who.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the photo.
No. Doctor Who. Oh, sorry. There's the two guys go up to put the Dalek things on. He's been in Doctor Who before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, in the other Dalek story. He gets shot by a Dalek.
Oh, which one?
The one where it's in America again with the American, the one where and he left it and the electrifies everyone, and how one Dalek can be really powerful.
Oh, in Dalek episode, yeah. Oh, he's a soldier in that, is he?
Yeah.
All right. How do you
honestly,
know that?
He came on the screen and I was like, I really recognize his face. Like, I was like, I feel like he's been in it before. I was like, I don't know why. I recognize his face. I don't think he's a famous actor. I just recognize it. I was like, can you look him up? So I was like, because I can't look at anything because I could be spoiled. I don't know. So can you just look it up? So James looked it up and he was like, yeah, he's been in it before. He was like, he was in the other Dalek episode. And I was like, as if. He was like,
all the people from Doctor Who to recognise again. Like, all those times where I'm like, this person's been in it. Even this companion, do you remember this companion? And you don't remember them. And you recognise the bald guy that goes up the Empire State Building.
I know.
You recognise a soldier from the episode Dalek.
I didn't know he was from Dalek. I just recognised his face and was like, you're from familiar. I didn't know he was from Dalek. Like, I found that out after. It's like, I feel like he's been in Doctor Who before. I thought he might have been in Torchwood or something.
Oh my God. I think you're the first person ever to recognise him.
I thought he was in Torchwood or something. I didn't know he was in Doctor Who before, like, as a Dalek one before. But yeah, his other previous one was a Dalek one, also set in America. Halfway. And I was like, I'm waiting for the moment so I can bring up my one fact that you won't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I love all of that stuff in the Empire State Building. It looks really good as well. And then when we see the Dalek, like in their basement, so the idea is, so this is where, it's like halfway through, I'm really fine with this episode, until like halfway through part 2, and I just lose a bit of interest. Because you have all the Doctor going up, trying to get the Dalekanium off the roof to stop the plan and all of that. The electricity's going to come and all of that stuff. So far, so like standard finale Doctor Who episode, isn't it? Sort of thing, towards the end of an episode. And then we get that second half where I feel like it's like we've sort of run out of story. Now we've got to do something else. So now we're going to talk about all these human Daleks all waking up and all those, when they bring down the bed and stuff. It's a bit like the 30s Frankenstein. I think they're trying to do that kind of thing, aren't they? Where they bring the bed down, the electricity.
Something to show like what they were going to do. I don't think it fits very well.
It's all the bit where they go to the theatre at the end and the Doctor's there. All of that bit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it feels like padding to me. I'm like, the story's already over.
For me, the interesting part at the end, I really liked the part where he was like, because obviously, they just kill the rejects or whatever he calls them, the ones that didn't work, because that's what they do. And I think actually that's kind of, it reminds you truly what the Daleks are. If you're new to coming to Doctor Who, that truly reminds you what the Daleks are about. They just kill. And we haven't really seen them killing in that sense. We've seen them, they've not really killed. What we've seen is them taking people, and we know that people get turned into pigs. That's like changing something else. We've seen that guy become that thing that's on your head in that picture that you've just sent me. And then we've seen them talking about this new type of Dalek. But at their purest form, the Daleks kill. And the Doctor's been saying it the whole way through. But that one, and they come out and they do kill that guy in the field.
Well, I was going to say, Solomon is the big moment for that.
But like that one act of like they just eradicate that. No, don't work. Gone. They're all just dead. That one act of pure like extinction of like is what the Daleks do. It's like it's in the purest form what they're about. And when he goes to see that one Dalek and he's like, I'm not prepared to get rid of a whole race again, that goes back to the roots of the Doctor as well. And for me, I could almost forgive that entire last 15, 20 minutes before it just for that like 3-4 minutes of interaction there. I was almost shocked. I was like, they've killed them. And I was like, and then, yeah, they've all just gone. They're all dead. You're like, oh, and there's no going back from that. And then he goes to her and he's like, you're the last one. And he's the last one. We've had a lot of just lasts, you know, and they go, we know that they'll probably meet again because that's what they do. And then and then the Doctor does what he does best, which is, no, I'm going to try and save you, Laszlo.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Laszlo.
I would give that 15 minutes of, well, I agree was pretty mediocre. But that payoff for that 3-4 minutes was worth it for me.
Well, that's the thing, by the end of the episode, we've reset. The Daleks are out there. The Doctor's going to meet him again. We will meet again. We're sort of equal now. He's the last one. That's supposedly the last Dalek now. Off you go. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. And it's Martha's first time meeting the Daleks as well. So she's experienced that.
Because I also feel there wasn't an element of threat throughout. I didn't feel, where I have done previously, the threat of the Daleks.
Well, it's more the threat they're going to do this to thousands of people, not... I didn't feel like Martha was in, like, peril, or Tallulah or whatever. We're going to, like... Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not... The threat was a bit bigger in terms of the genetics of the evolution and all that stuff.
But actually, because the Doctor was talking about, like, working and, like, changing it to this thing, I didn't feel the threat of what the Daleks are. Like, there's just the 4 of them, and they've been turning people into pigs that don't last long. They've been kidnapping people, and they have this evil plan that then comes out, and then it sort of changes, and Dalek Sec wants to do this other thing.
Yeah, I suppose it wasn't as dangerous, yeah.
I didn't feel like when I think of like the true threat of the Daleks, let's go back to the episode with Rose, that ending where to get rid of them, they had to literally open up a portal to a new world.
Well, I think maybe it's because they're sort of being secretive and they're hiding in the basement most of the time. If they were like proper Daleks, and there is a line in there where the Doctor says, oh, you must be really down on your energy. Is that why they're not out and about? Because otherwise they would fly out to Whoville, kill everybody, take over the whole thing. We know how powerful one Dalek is. He does say that. Because they've had that shift, they're down on... That's why they need the pigs to help
We've had
them.
stories where we've had one Dalek and we've seen what one Dalek do.
But I think the excuse is that they're low on power because they've time travelled and stuff.
But then later they do fly and they go to Whoville and terrorise that small group.
Yeah, but they don't just... Yeah, they could have just wiped them all out and just taken over all of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really...
I didn't feel like the threat of what they are capable of until that one decision where he goes, no, just come that. And then I'm like, oh, that's what they can do. They had all of those people that they got under control, and then they've just decided, no, don't want them, and just wipe them out like that. And that's what they're capable of doing. And then just leaving.
Maybe that's why this isn't that popular in terms of a Dalek story as well. It's not really like...
Even
Terry
when they're in the
Nation would have spiced it up.
I mean, they're going down those corridors and, you know, under the city, and the Doctor feels the fear of them. No one else does because they don't know what they are.
There's a lot of talking back to them.
Yeah.
when everyone's sort of shouting in their face, even Martha's like shouting.
Everyone
at them
is.
stuff.
There's no like fear of what they are. And I sort of, as we're going through, I sort of felt that myself, like I'd kind of forgotten until that moment.
Well, it's not like really, really bad, but it's definitely the weakest story so far. And we are only on like 4 stories.
Yeah.
For me, it's definitely the weakest so far, and maybe of the season. We'll see. But it's not as bad as I thought, and I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, and I love Andrew Garfield, even with
I mean,
really weird.
I wonder if he looks back at now and he's like, I work with the Daleks.
Well, you can always say work with the Daleks, exactly.
He's there in Butte Park. Andrew Garfield has spent a night in Butte Park. Probably a week in Butte Park, all that filming.
And
Well, yeah, it goes on to next week then. We see a little preview. Did you watch the preview? Lazarus Experiment it's called. And Martha's back home.
Yeah.
Finally, she gets... Finally, she will get changed. She gets arrested.
his mum.
Had her...
See his mum,
a
see her
couple of-
mum.
Yeah. What?
I went see his mum, but I meant see her mum.
Yeah, we'll see Martha's family
I was thinking of who the guy was in it, but I
back on Earth. Yeah. Also, what have we done in terms of Rusty Davis? Present, past, future, past, present so far. So yeah, we're mixing it up.
yeah.
But it is only one episode next time. That's your two-parter done for a little while. I'm glad we got through this one. I think Tallulah and Laszlo might be ready to head out soon, so we better go and join them. Unfortunately, there's no Tallulah figure. There is just the Laszlo. They should have done both of them, shouldn't they? Should have had the
I agree.
couple.
I mean, Paul, I feel really sad that like he was in the bin by himself quite a lot.
He's always in the bargain bin. Yeah, so many made, so few sold. Right, okay. Well, thanks everyone for listening, and I hope you got through the Dalek two-parter as well. I think some people might like this one. I think generally it's not a favourite. It's not up there, unfortunately. And we will see you all very soon for the Lazarus Experiment. Don't forget you can follow us on social media on To Watch Who. And you can listen to us anywhere.
You
We're
can.
on YouTube even. On YouTube. And we will see you next time. I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, see you next week, everyone. Bye.
To watch who?